Pizza sauce is not just for pizza. We need some for our zucchini rounds. Store-bought, or 1/4 cup, ranges from 200 to 320 milligrams of sodium. Our pizza sauce, 24.2 milligrams for 1/4 cup. We like it better than the store-bought. Low sodium cooking does not have to be bland. This sauce has wonderful flavor. In a saucepan goes 1½ cups of bottled water because it doesn't have sodium in it. 1 teaspoon of cocoa. 1 teaspoon parsley flakes. 1 teaspoon Italian seasoning. 1/4 teaspoon basil. 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. 1 teaspoon of paprika. 1½ teaspoons minced garlic. 1 tablespoon of oregano leaves. 1 6-ounce can of no salt added tomato paste. 1 8-ounce can no salt added tomato sauce. All those go in your saucepan with the whisk. Just simmer it and stir it for 3 or 4 minutes just to get those flavors in there. I've measured this. It's a little over 2½ cups, almost 2 2/3. When it gets cold, you freeze it in a 1-gallon freezer bag. Flatten it out and it'll be thin. Put it in your freezer. Then, when you want some, you just have to rip it off because it's thin and you can do that. Use it for seasonings, in casseroles, pizza, on appetizers. Lots of uses for this. It's quite good. The lowest amount of sodium that I could find at my store for Italian sausage was 620 for 4 ounces. Okay, now we just get to make our own. To buy our ground pork, it has 65 milligrams of sodium for 4 ounces. But we have to watch because the ground pork at my grocery store is right here. And it says pure ground pork. Flip it over, 65 milligrams for 4 ounces. Right next to it is ground pork, and it's got this little banner that says Southern on it. Flip that one over, and it's got 550 for 4 ounces. That's why we got to watch our labels. To make our sausage, we have 1 pound, minus a patty or 2 now, of fresh ground sausage. In a bowl, I put 1/4 cup of bottled water because it has no sodium. 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. 1 teaspoon of oregano leaves. 2 teaspoons of basil. 2 cloves of minced garlic. Oh, and I used to use, my old recipe had red pepper flakes in it, and I would put 1½ teaspoons in it. Oh, now we're doing this sodium thing, and that's 120 milligrams of sodium. Oh, I've switched to Mrs. Dash extra spicy, and I put 2½ teaspoons in. Parsley has 1 tablespoon 2 teaspoons of thyme. Then we need 1½ teaspoons of fennel. It needs to be crushed. I have a mortar and pestle, and I've crushed it in here. I've also taken it and put it in a little bag that's heavy and hit it with my meat mallet or my rolling pin. We just want to break it up so that the spices come out nice. All of these items mix up in a bowl that's big enough to put your pork in it and knead it. The reason I put all of this in the liquid first and then add the pork and knead it, if I don't put the water in it, it takes a long time to knead it to get those spices in there. But when they're in with the water, then you put them in there, it's a whole lot easier. I make my sausage the day before I'm going to use it because I want all those wonderful flavors to mingle in there. When you get it finished to this point, if you just rip off like a little quarter size and fry it, taste it, then if you want more garlic, you've got it. If you want more of anything, you've got it. You can put it in and make it just exactly the way you want it. I'll be freezing this today. There's no salt in here for preservative, so I will freeze this in packages that works for us. An 8-ounce zucchini that was 2 inches on the bottom, 7 inches long. I got 19 rounds. Put them on a parchment paper lined baking sheet. And I've got 1/2 cup of our pizza sauce. I cooked 2 ounces of our sausage and crumbled it. If it's not crumbled, it just seems to fall off the zucchini. And add that to the sauce, mix it up, put a little on each one, and then just a smidge of mozzarella on the top. Bake them at 375 for 15 minutes. You can make them in the morning, put them in the refrigerator, and then when company gets there, throw them in the oven. They're ready to go. I'm going to put this on the zucchini. That was the perfect amount of sauce for 19. And that 2 tablespoons of mozzarella, got some on every one of them. I'm going to put these in my oven. A whole pan has got 185.5 milligrams of sodium. Each piece 9.77, just a shade under 10. 375 for 15 minutes, and these are tender crisp. If you want them cooked more, just leave them in there a little bit longer. It's a great appetizer or side dish. Please subscribe to my channel. Every Friday, you'll get another recipe or a tip to lower your sodium, sometimes both. See you Friday.